Assalamu alaikum. I am Mostak Ahmed Imran from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I completed my master's degree in play therapy from University of Roehampton in 2019. My master's was for 2 years. I started in 2017. I was the president of Roehampton Islamic Society last year. Today, I am going to share my experience and challenges of being an international student in a different country. Hope it might help few students. My first challenge was I was from an extended family. There were 20 family members in our house. I used to live with my parents, grandparents, uncle, aunts, cousin. So for me, living in a country where there were no relatives and no friends was really tough. I could still remember one event in 2017 during the Christmas. I was alone in the Whiteland building. In my first year, I was in Whiteland campus, and in my second year, I was living in a main campus. So during that Christmas, I was alone in that building, and before that, I never spent any occasion alone without my family members. Second challenge was my language. I was really worried and concerned about my language. English was my second language, so I was concerned about my grammatical mistakes and my pronunciation. I thought people might start laughing if I made any mistakes. My third challenge was cooking. I never cooked in my life. My mother used to cook food for me. So after coming to London, it was really difficult for me to learn cooking. Number fourth challenge was my appearance. Before coming to London, I had long beard. And I think some people might understand that nowadays, if you have a long beard in a Muslim country, which is really sad for us, you might find difficult to get good jobs. People might take you differently, and people will treat you differently. So I had also faced similar things in my own country. So when I came to London, I had the similar notion that what people will think. So I was worried with my appearance. Number fifth challenge was I was worried about my assignments and grade. As I was worried about my language, so I thought if I was unable to make understand my supervisor and tutor, I might get poor grade. So I was really concerned about my results and grade. Now I will discuss how I overcome these challenges. Firstly, joining Roehampton Islamic Society was really helpful for me. I could meet with lots of Muslim brothers, those who helped me in different ways. I could remember Anam, who took me to East London on the Eid day. So then I could meet lots of Muslim Bengali people. So I started feeling like home. And I also could remember about Abdul Qadir, Shamrez, Hamid, Yunus, and lots of other brothers. So those brothers helped me in different situations. We used to go out for eating. And in my first year, I used to do one thing. Every Thursday, we used to meet in Southland prayer room, and I think it was only for like 20 minutes, and that time we used to discuss about our thoughts regarding Islam, our Iman, and also about our personal issues. Those discussion was really helpful for me. And I also want to share one incident of 2017. On the 31st December, there was a huge party in my flat, and I know people would bring alcohol and other things. So I called Anam. Anam used to live in Mount Clear at that time. So I went to Anam's house and stayed there for around 3 hours, and then I came at night around 3 a.m. when the party was over. So thus I could save myself. So my suggestion would be to you, if you see any Muslim brothers in library, try to talk with them, try to contact with them. And if you are praying in the prayer room, if you see any brothers, try to contact with them. I mean, we are really lucky that in Roehampton University we have 5 prayer rooms, one common in Whiteland, 2 prayer room in Southland, and 2 prayer room in Frobel. So it's our duty to maintain the prayer room, because if we don't use the prayer room properly, university might take those room and they could use it in a different purpose. So it's our, as being a Muslim, it's our responsibility to utilize those properly, especially the Frobel one. It's near the medical center. Some students also didn't know that we have medical facilities for students, so we can also take that facility. If I'm in the university and if I feel sick, I can also go to the medical center and I can do my checkup. So it's really helpful for the students. So my second point, which was language, I mean, after few days after meeting with the people, I realized that over there people don't, I mean, judge you by your language. They don't bother about people's grammar or pronunciation. So I started feeling that okay, people are not judging. So I mean, I started focusing on my fluency rather than being worried about my grammar and my pronunciations. Number third was cooking. When I was in London, I used to do video call twice to my mother, in the morning and also in the evening. So my mom helped me to cook few dishes, and I also took the help of the YouTube. Then I learned few dishes. Now Alhamdulillah, I know 3 to 4 dishes. Number 4 was my appearance. I mean, Alhamdulillah, I had never faced any difficulty in London. No one told me, or no one said anything, I mean, which might hurt me. So I was treated equally, I mean, as they were. And I also found that many Christians also had the long beard. But now you can see that, I mean, I had a small beard, because when after finishing my masters, when I was coming to Bangladesh, that time I mean, because of some reason, I needed to cut it. So I was really safe and secure in London, Alhamdulillah. Number 5 was, I told about the grades and the results. I will suggest one app which is called Grammarly, which is really helpful. Some people use it without paying the, the free version. But like if you know 1 or 2 brothers, so 3 person can buy the Grammarly. I mean, it will charge around £120 for yearly. So then you 3 have the password, and you can use it whenever you need, and it's really helpful. Like if you, I mean, if there is no one to check your grammar or your construction or sentences, Grammarly is really helpful. I mean, it will suggest you, it will give you alternative sentences. It is, the paid version is really helpful. And also try to take the help from the library. Whenever I had time, I used to go to the library and I took the help from the academician. They give you like 20 minutes. Sometimes I used to, before doing any assignment, I used to go to them and I discuss one day about my planning, how will I write the my essay. Then after 2-3 days, after writing few lines, I went to them, then I discuss about the grammar. So like, I went to take the service like 3-4 times, not like daily. So after 3-4 days, so then thus I got lots of help from the librarian. And I will say, try to take that help. It's really helpful. Sometimes they were sitting idly, there is no one to take help. So if you go there, if you have a good connection with the librarian, they might also suggest you few books for your assignments, and which is really helpful. So these are my few tips, and how I overcome, and hopefully it might help a few students. And I will my suggestion would be, during the coronavirus pandemic, that now everyone is staying home, and try to make a daily routine, because nowadays most of the students I know, as I do counseling, so most of the students are saying they're waking up, I mean they're going to sleep around 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and they're waking up around 2 p.m., which is not a good thing for a Muslim. So we need to maintain our daily routine. I mean, though most of the people know that this year, or all the assignments and everything will be done in online. So some people are thought, oh, so we don't need to worry. No, but you also have to take it seriously, and you can utilize this time in learning few other things. You can learn a new language, you can learn like video editing, or other software, which will definitely help you and in your CV. So try to focus on that. And after 1 week, Ramadan is coming, so also be prepared for the Ramadan, and try to stay home with your family members, spend a quality time with them, and pray for all the Muslim brothers of the Roehampton University and also the whole world. Assalamu alaikum.